Solana is either about to become the next Ethereum or the next Luna, and in the next 2 years, we will find out which. Imagine waking up in 2030 and realizing you either passed on the biggest generational wealth opportunity since Ethereum, or you watched your portfolio vanish like the Terra Luna collapse. That's the razor's edge Solana is walking right now. Today, I am breaking down whether Sol is destined to be Ethereum 2.0 or crypto's next tragedy. Let's rewind. Ethereum in 2015 was dismissed as a toy. It was trading under $1, but by 2017 ETH had exploded past $1,000. Why? Developers built on it. The ICO boom used Ethereum as its backbone. By the time Wall Street noticed, ETH had already created a new financial world. Now look at Solana today. In just a few years, Solana has become one of the fastest blockchains alive, handling 65,000 transactions per second. The NFT craze of 2021, Solana was not just riding it, it was driving it. Major projects like DeGods, Tensor, and Solana, DeFi platforms are building a new wave of applications. If Ethereum was the internet of money, Solana wants to be the internet of speed, faster, cheaper, and accessible, just like ETH in its early days. Solana has skeptics, but the growth in developer adoption mirrors Ethereum's explosive rise between 2015 and 2018. But here's where the Luna shadow creeps in. Whales dominate Solana. Just a handful of wallets can send shockwaves through the price. In fact, in recent weeks, we have seen hundreds of millions worth of SOL move to exchanges. That's not small fish. That's the same kind of whale behavior that crushed retail traders in Luna before the collapse. Then there's the network downtime. Ethereum had growing pains, but Solana has had full-on outages. Imagine a global financial system going dark for hours at a time. That's a trust killer. And finally, the exchange inflows every time big SOL wallets push coins onto Binance or Coinbase. The risk of a sell-off skyrockets. You do not need a crystal ball to see what happens when whales dump into thin liquidity. Retail gets wrecked. But here's the other side of the coin, and why Solana could still be Ethereum 2.0. Despite the risks, Solana is dominating DeFi TVL growth this year. Billions are flowing into Solana-based DeFi protocols. Its NFT ecosystem is still alive while others have faded. Developers are flocking to Solana because fees are near zero, and the speed is unmatched. If you are under 35 and you missed Ethereum at $10, Solana is the closest thing you have got to a second chance. If Ethereum became the settlement layer for Web3, Solana could become the execution layer, the place where speed matters. And let's be real, big money is still buying. When whales accumulate off exchange, they are signaling long-term conviction. That does not guarantee victory, but it does prove Solana is still in the fight. Now, let me get real with you, because I practice what I preach. 2 weeks ago, I put $1,000 into Rye coin. My entry price was around 40 cents. But through dollar cost averaging, I brought my average down to 0.35 to $2. Yesterday, I set a stop limit sell at $0.3570. The price spiked to $0.3710. Guess what? I walked away with a profit. It was not life-changing money, but that's the power of strategy. In 2 weeks, on just $1,000, I proved to myself that with discipline, risk management, and patience, you can play this market without being crushed by the whales, and that's why Solana excites me, because if you can manage your risk, catch the right wave, and play smart, Solana could be the next Ethereum in your story. Or, if you ignore the red flags, it could be your Luna. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for education and entertainment only. Crypto is risky. You can lose everything. Always do your own research. And never invest money you see and not afford to lose. So here's the $10,000 question for you. If you had $1,000 to lock up in Solana for the next 5 years, would you do it? Yes or no? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want me to break down the exact tools I use to track whale wallets, exchange and bots in real time, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because that video is coming next.